Welcome to The Lift with Sheila Robinson Kiss. Come on in. There's always a special place set aside for you here where you can relax, kick up your heels, pour yourself a nice, refreshing drink, and prepare to be lifted and soar. Thanks so much, everyone, and welcome back. Being wanted, the naked truth. I think most of us do want to be wanted, but what do you do when you want something or someone and they don't want you? I want you to lean in very closely because I have some really good advice here today that I think is going to make a big difference for you. So right out of the gate, I want to share a story with you. When I was growing up, I spent a fair amount of time with my grandparents, and I remember being about 8 or 9 years old, and I started to take note of the family who lived across the way. There was a man there with about 4 children, and he lived with his wife, and I noticed that this gentleman was very kind. He was a kindly, kind of humble sort of person, and his wife was very rough with him, kind of gruff, almost seemed like she was irritated or angry with him. And I asked my grandfather, Granddaddy, why does she treat him that way? Why is she so mean to him? And he looked at me very matter of fact and said, baby, she just doesn't want him. That's what happens when people don't want you. And in my young mind, I don't think it really registered at that point, but I guess I must have stuck it somewhere in a back file to pull up later, because many years later, I would go back to that moment. It was just a moment in time, but it left an impression on me. So this thematic in a conversation that I recently had is the reason I wanted to make this video. I think it's appropriate to discuss this topic. And I'm not just going to leave it, when you hear the word wanted, we kind of always go to the romantic realm of things, but we can leave it there, but let's broaden it out too. We can include wanted with friendships, business affiliations, whatever the case may be. So what does it mean? What does it mean to be wanted? I think it means different things to different people, but for me, being wanted, it means that there is an excitement and an enthusiasm about your presence. And when I say presence, I mean your presence as a person, as a human being, and also your presence as in gifts, what you come with, what you have to offer. And I was speaking with a woman a few weeks ago, and the story she shared is really the reason behind the video, but it struck me because I think so many of us have been right where she's at. And she said to me, Sheila, my boyfriend, or my ex-boyfriend now, was just so not bad, but he was just so lukewarm about me, about what I have to offer. And it's interesting because recently she shared, we went to a wedding and he ran into an old friend of his, and I saw this man kind of spark up. He lightened up. He became so animated, and and behold, 5 months later, I find out he's breaking up with me, and he's going to start a relationship with her. And because they run in the same circles, she saw them down the road, and she said, Sheila, I'm watching this man. We're at a social gathering. He's laughing. He's he's happy, and I just want to go up to him and say, do I know you? Are you the same person that I dated for a year? And I laughed with her because it perfectly illustrates the point of this video. When you're wanted, he wanted this woman that he was now in a relationship with. He was enthusiastic about her. It just brought out a whole different personality in him, and that really is the vibration of being wanted. And when you're wanted, there are different results. When I think about being wanted, I think about a couple words: match vibration. Match vibration. Where there is a match vibration, again, it's going to be a spark. Gateways and pathways of fresh energy will open up. I mean, think about this channel. This is why I love making the YouTube videos. I absolutely love it. One of the best parts of my life, because it's a match vibration. Far as I know, there's no one being forced to watch these videos. You're here because you choose to be, you want to be. I choose to be here. I want to be here. And when you have that kind of energy, you have a mutual respect. And that's why it just gets better. The platform gets better year after year after year. So again, match vibration and synergy is really what you want to look for across the board in all aspects, in every affiliation. I remember, before I met Mr. Kiss, my husband, just dating, dealing with some different guys, and I'm like, why is it like pulling teeth? You know, let's go for a walk. Let's get something to eat. Let's hang out. And it was just such a dry zero synergy or energy situation. I remember just making the decision, you know what? I'm only looking for match vibration at this point. And then I met my husband, and it was like cataclysmic. Hey, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Conversation, laughter, fun. Again, match vibration opens the portal for movement, for things to happen. And that's what I look for across the board. And I'm recommending that match vibration is your set energy that you're looking for as well. You know, I think about business. I do a lot of projects with people, and I have to say, even in that arena, I just won't do business with anyone where there's not a match vibration, energetic set for the projects, because I've done it before where that match isn't there. They just don't go anywhere. It doesn't go as far as you would like it to in a fine fashion of excellence. So I'm really advocating to hit that reset button on match vibration. So what do you do? What are you to do when you want something or someone, that feeling is not reciprocal, they don't want you, and you're faced with what most people fear is rejection? You know, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, that man's rejection in any form is God's protection, and God is not the author of confusion. And so it really requires us to sit and retrain ourselves with how we feel about rejection. I'm rejected constantly. I'm a businesswoman. I'm out here, I'm knocking on doors. I advocate for other people as well as myself. I have to open my mouth. That's the way it's always going to be. So sometimes there's a yes, sometimes there's a no, but you know what that no is? All that no is, it's a loving and necessary nudge from God saying, you need to, this isn't where I want you. Come on, kid, we need to move in a different direction. And so we don't spend so much time personalizing this and losing momentum over it. Just say, you know what? I'm being nudged. And that's all it is. I'm being nudged in a different direction. So it's a repositioning, retraining, and you work with yourself and you get there. As far as I'm concerned, we are all God's children. We are here to be loved and to love, to honor others, and to be honored, to be kind. And if that's not happening, if you're in a situation where that is not happening, the vibration is not a match, it's low or it's degrading, it's just time to go. It's really just that simple. I hope that something I've said in this short video has made a difference for you. I want you to seek out the high vibration, the match vibration, and I'll see you next time.